Hi everyone! 皆さんこんにちは。I am Teacher Yumiko. Yumiko 先生です。Welcome back to my channel. 私のチャンネルにようこそ。How are you doing? 皆さん、お元気ですか？ Let's enjoy studying Japanese together today again. 今日も楽しく日本語を勉強していきましょう。At the end of the video, I will provide multiple things to check out in Japan again. I will introduce Nikko and show you some history buildings and a beautiful scenery today. So please watch until the end. Don't miss it. ビデオの最後には日本で役立つ情報題してMultiple things to check out in Japan をお届けします。今日は歴史建造物のある日光をご紹介します。最後までご覧ください。お見逃しなく。Well then, let's get started. それでは始めましょう。Today, we will review greetings from lesson 1 to 3. I'll say a word in English and you'll translate it to Japanese. Ready? Good afternoon. If you guessed Konnichiwa or Doumo, then you are right. Either Konnichiwa or Doumo are fine. Next, good evening. If you answered Konbanwa or Doumo, then you are right. Either Konbanwa or Doumo are fine. Next, excuse me. If you said Chotto, Sumimasen, then you are correct. Okay, next is nice to meet you. If you guessed Hjime Mashite, then you are correct. Next, good morning, informal way. If you answered Ohayo Gozaimasu, then you are right. How about good morning in casual way? If you said Ohayo, then you are correct. Next is thank you in casual way. If you guessed Arigato, then you are correct. How about thank you in formal way? If you answered Arigato Gozaimasu, then you are right. Next is good night in formal way. If you said おやすみなさい, then you are correct. Next, good night in casual way. If you guessed おやすみ, then you are right. How about you are welcome? If you answered どういたしまして, or いえいえ then you are right. You can say either どういたしまして or いえいえ Almost done. Let's keep going. Next is I'm sorry. How do you say I'm sorry in the most casual way? If you answered ごめん or ごめんね then you are correct. Either ごめん or ごめんね are fine. But women usually say ごめんね. How about I'm sorry in formal way? If you guessed すみません then you are right. Well, this is the last one. If you are kids, you should know this word. How do you say I'm sorry in casual way in Japanese? If you said ごめんなさい then you are correct. Perfect! You did a good job. Now, I will tell you some more information about the greetings you learned in lesson 1, 2, and 3. The first one is about good morning. When you learned good morning in lesson 1, I said you don't say Ohayo Gozaimasu to your family members. But there is an exception. If you say good morning to your parents-in-law, you say Ohayo Gozaimasu, not Ohayo, even if they are your family members. The second one is about good afternoon and good evening. In lesson 2, when you heard that you can't say Konnichiwa and Konbanwa to your family members, you might have wondered what you should say when you see your family members in the afternoon for the first time in the day, like if you slept in. The answer is Ohayo, even if it's in the afternoon. Whenever you see your family members for the first time in the day, you say Ohayo. I also want to say something about good afternoon and good evening. When you learned good afternoon and good evening, I said you could say Doumo instead of Konnichiwa or Konbanwa. But you can also say Doumo Konnichiwa or Doumo Konbanwa. You can add Konnichiwa or Konbanwa to the end of Doumo. The third one is about thank you. You learned thank you in lesson 2, and I said thank you had 2 ways to say Arigato and Arigato gozaimasu. But you can also say Doumo arigato or Doumo arigato gozaimasu. This is really similar to thank you very much in English. Doumo arigatou gozaimasu is the most formal way to say thank you. Doumo has a lots of ways to use, right? Last one is about you are welcome. I said we had 2 ways to say you are welcome. One was どういたしまして. The other was いえいえ. But you can also say いえいえ、どういたしまして. You can add どういたしまして at the end of いえいえ. That's all for the new information. Well, let's have a little quiz here. What's the best response for each greeting? You'll pick one or more answers from the choices on screen. You get it? Let's start. What's the best response when someone says to you, Konnichiwa? The answers are Konnichiwa, Doumo, and Doumo konnichiwa. Okay? Then, what's the best response when someone says to you, Konbanwa? The answers are Konbanwa, Doumo, and Doumo konbanwa. Finally, what's the best response when someone says to you, Arigato? The answers are どういたしまして、いえいえ、and いえいえどういたしまして。Well done! That's all for today's lesson. Let's move on to multiple things to check out in Japan. Today, I will introduce to you a World Heritage Site, Nikko Toshogu. Nikko Toshogu Shrine in English, and Kegon no Taki, Kegon Falls in English. Those famous places are in Nikko City, in the Tochigi Prefecture. This is the same prefecture where I am from. I introduced my hometown in the last video. If you haven't watched it, maybe go check it out. Let's get back to talking about Nikko City. Here is a map of Japan. I think a lot of people know that Tokyo is the capital city of Japan. The blue area is Tokyo, and the red area is Tochigi. This is a map of the Tochigi Prefecture, and the city of Nikko is located in the northwest region. Nikko is about 2 hours north of Tokyo when you take a bullet train or an express train. The population is only about 85,000, but they have famous sightseeing sites like the Nikko Toshogu Shrine and Kegon Falls, and every Japanese person knows this city, Nikko. Let's take a look at the Nikko Toshogu Shrine first. This is a Shinto shrine that was established in the 17th century to enshrine Tokugawa Ieyasu, the first shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate. I'll explain a bit about Tokugawa Ieyasu here. He succeeded in bringing peace to the country after a turbulent period, and laid the foundation for over 260 years of peace and culture during the Edo period. He helped to develop modern Japan. His remains was entombed at this location. Almost all of the present-day shrine complex was rebuilt in 1636. This shrine complex has 55 buildings, including Yomemon, which is assigned as national treasure. I heard that Yomemon, seeing over the shrine gate, has a polar star up there, and is said to be one of the strongest power spots in Japan. Before you get to Yomemon, you can see the carvings of 3 wise monkeys, which is called Sanzaru. It's very famous in Japan. It is saying that Mizaru, Kikazaru, Iwazaru in Japanese, and see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil in English. Have you ever heard those words? Then, after you pass under Yomemon, you walk by some buildings for a while, you can find Nemuri Neko, the sleeping cat, on top of a gate. This is also assigned a national treasure. Right behind this carving of a cat dozing, there are carvings of 2 sparrows, and it tells us that the sparrows are in peace while the cat is sleeping. This is said to represent that they wish the world will be peaceful like this. Wow, it's a good story, isn't it? Next is Kegon no Taki, Kegon Falls in English. I got a short video from NHK, which is one of the Japanese TV channels. Let's take a look. Cascading from Lake Chuzenji at a height of just under 100 meters, 97 to be exact, Kegon Falls is ranked among Japan's 3 most beautiful waterfalls. The basin of a waterfall can be looked at up close from an observation deck, which you can get to with an elevator, is a 4th perfect score. This is well worth watching. It takes 50 minutes by bus from Nikko Toshogu Shrine to Kegon Falls. I visited both the Nikko Toshogu Shrine and Kegon Falls many times, and I remember that I went there for field trips when I was in elementary school. Well, do you want to practice these words? Let's do it. Nikko Toshogu Shrine. We say Nikko Toshogu. Nikko Toshogu. Please repeat. Nikko Toshogu. Nikko Toshogu. Next, 3 wise monkeys. Sanzaru. San means 3, and saru means monkey. Okay? Please repeat. Sanzaru. Sanzaru. Okay? Next is sleeping cat, and we call this Nemuri Neko. Nemuri Neko. Please repeat. Nemuri Neko. Nemuri Neko. Good. Last one is Kegon Falls. We say Kegon no Taki. Kegon no Taki. Taki means waterfalls in English. Please repeat. Kegon no Taki. Kegon no Taki. Well done. If you visit Nikko Toshogu and 華厳の滝. Please comment if you like it or not. That's all for today. In the next video, we will move on to learn about self-introduction. You can learn how to say my name is, I am from, and so on. And at the end of the video, I will again be including multiple things to check out in Japan. Please look forward to what area is introduced next. If you are interested, please go check it out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment on this video. Please subscribe and like. See you soon. Bye. またお会いしましょう。さようなら。